I would die without eating a burger. When can I buy you some chicken? You know what? Hey, welcome back to my channel. Hey, welcome back to my channel. For everybody who doesn't know, my name is Sade. Welcome. Hope everybody's having a good morning, night, afternoon, whatever time of the day it is you guys are watching. So in this video today, I'm going to be talking about why I went vegan and vegetarian, and overall how it just not changed my life, but how it's impacted my life, how things have changed, and why, some benefits, why you should do it. I'm not pushing you to do this. I'm not pushing you to live a plant-based lifestyle. I'm just letting you know here. This is not that video. I'm giving an insight in my life and my diet, okay? Well, if you're interested in this video, please continue to watch and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right, so I went vegetarian, I want to say the semester after I studied abroad, so that was like 2016. I came back and I want to say I did it. Yeah, I can't remember. So I went vegan, I went vegetarian, I want to say the semester after I came back from studying abroad. That was like what, spring 2016, I think spring 2016. And the reason why I went vegetarian is because my best friend's stepmom, she was telling me how she went vegetarian and she lost all this weight and how she just felt more healthier and like her skin and everything was a lot better. And like eventually she said she lost too much, like she was losing too much weight too fast, so she wanted to become a pescatarian, so she started including fish and stuff in her diet. But she was vegetarian for like a while until she went to be pescatarian. So that was the original reason why I started. I was like, it helped her, it can help me, because at the time I thought I was so fat. Now, I didn't think I gained so much weight when I studied abroad because all I ate was bread, I ate Nutella, I ate pasta. I was eating carbs like nobody's business. Like, I loved carbs, so I got chunky. I was fat. Now, people might not think, hindsight, I was not fat. I was just a lot bigger than what I was used to being, okay? Let me just say that right now. I was not big at all. I think in high school I weighed 130 pounds and I kept 130 pounds. Granted, I was all muscle, but I was only 130 pounds. I think after I came back from studying abroad, I put on like 10 pounds. So 10, 15 pounds. I was like 140, and I just thought that was the end of the world. I just thought I was so fat, and my life is over. I need to lose some weight. So just being vegetarian just helped me. I thought just being vegetarian would just help me drop the weight instantly, and it'll be so easy and I'll be okay. And honestly, it did. It helped me lose so much weight. And honestly, to the point where I had to start eating more meals in a day to maintain my weight, and I had to eat more carb. Like, I had to increase my carb intake, like, because I didn't have any meat. I had to increase my fiber. Like, literally, I had to increase a lot of stuff in my diet that I didn't know before. Like, I didn't know I was gonna have to increase that stuff until after I stopped eating like chicken and beef and all that stuff. Like, I didn't eat pork to begin with, like really heavy, not really, but like once I started doing it, I realized, wow, I'm really missing out on some stuff. So I really had to start eating more of a lot of things. But after 3-4 months in, it wasn't that bad. Granted, I did like slip up a little bit like once or twice, but other than that, like I stayed on track. And it's been what? It's 2021. It's been almost 4 or 5 years since I like began the plant-based journey. Now, the beginning of 2021 is when I decided I was gonna go completely vegan. That was my goal. Now, in 2020, I wanted to do it. I tried to do it like 3 times, okay? And it just wasn't working. And I realized I had to be really disciplined, and I really had to like buckle down and say, if this is what you want to do, this is what you're gonna do, and you have to do it. You have to stick to it. So the beginning of 2021, that was like my New Year's resolution. I basically cut out everything. So no dairy, no eggs. So like it was hard. It was hard. For those who know me, for those who don't know me, I love eggs, bro. I love eggs. I love a good fried egg. Oh my goodness. I eat my eggs fried, not fried hard, but like I think it's like over medium, something like that. I don't like a runny yolk, but I don't like my yolk cooked all the way through. Oh. Give me 2 fried eggs over what? Some peppers, onions, carrots. Oh my goodness. I will go to heaven. I died and went to heaven. I love eggs, okay? Omelets, I love an omelet. So I really had to learn how to like take that out of my diet. And for a long time, that was the only thing that was stopping me from going vegan, because I didn't drink cow milk. I don't like cow milk. I don't drink it. I never really did. I've been switched to dairy-free creamer. So the cow milk, the dairy thing wasn't really a struggle. The cheese was a really big struggle for me, because bro, I love cheese. I didn't realize how much I love cheese until I stopped eating cheese. So I had to find a good alternative for the cheese, because at first, I ain't gonna lie, I had Daya when I first tried it. I hated it. I hated it so much because I got the cheese slices and I thought that it didn't melt. It didn't melt at all. I was so disappointed because I saw the reviews and people were like, it tastes like the real thing. It's so good and blah, blah, blah. And you'll never know the difference. And they lied. They lied to me. I was hurt. I wanted to sue those people for false advertisement because they lied to me. Those cheese slices did not taste like the real thing. They did not melt. So I had to go and I had to find like cheese alternatives. So I went to Trader Joe's. Oh my goodness. I love Trader Joe's. Side note, I love Trader Joe's. But I had to go to Trader Joe's and I found this cashew-based cheese. And the cashew cheese really, that cheese was everything. That cheese is everything. It melts. It melts so nicely. You can have a grilled cheese with avocado, with anything on it. That cheese, it melts. I love Trader Joe's cheese. That melts. But yeah, it was hard. Moral of the story is, it was hard to find a good cheese alternative. Like the milk, it was easy. But the cheese was not. Like, all vegan cheeses are not made the same. They're not. But since going vegan, I want to say there hasn't really been a difference in how I'm feeling and my diet or anything before, because like I said before, I wasn't eating meat. So I wasn't eating meat. I wasn't drinking cow milk. So it wasn't really a big difference. I just had to get more disciplined on what I was putting in my body. So the biggest part was finding egg alternatives, like finding alternatives to the foods I was already eating. So I had to find egg alternatives. I had to learn how to like really make tofu work. What else? What else did I have? Oh, I have to read the labels now. I have to read the labels on everything. So going to the store and getting like a cake is not, it's not the same. It's a process now. It's a journey. I have to read the label. I have to make sure there's no dairy, no eggs. You know how hard it is to find a cake in the grocery store with no eggs or milk? Y'all ever went to Target? And you know I love Target. You ever went to Target and try to find pastries that's dairy-free and egg-free? It's hard. It is so hard. I don't want to spend my time in the store looking at the labels when I could be in and out. Like, I hate it. Like, before, going to the store and picking up a brownie was easy. I could just go pick up a brownie, boom, eat it. Because, you know, it wasn't no meat and no brownies. Oh, I can still eat this. But after, like, now, I gotta read the label. I'm like, oh, what's that? What's that? No. It's so much. It's so much. So honestly, I'm not sure how much longer this vegan journey is gonna last. Granted, it's been 3 months. I've been strong for 3 months. I think I'm gonna go until April, the end of April, and then that's gonna be it, because I miss eggs. I miss real cheese. I miss getting brownies and not having to look at the label, bro. But one thing I will never give up, I don't care like what type of diet I'm on, what type of like lifestyle change I'm on, is like Hershey's chocolate bars with almonds. That's one thing I will never give up. I love chocolate. I don't know if there's a dairy-free chocolate. And honestly, I don't care. I don't care. Because I'm going to still eat the Hershey's chocolate bar with almonds. I wish the king size one got extra almonds. So I might start getting the king size one just because I love it. It is so good. Great. But yeah, like, it wasn't a big change going from vegetarian to vegan. It was more of a discipline thing. But going from eating meat all my life to going to vegetarian to not eating nothing, it was so hard. It was a struggle, because where I went to school at, I feel like anybody who went to college and stayed on campus, you know that if you really want to stick to the strict diet, you literally have to buy your own. In the cafeteria, you really don't have a lot of different options. Different food places on campus don't really have that many options. So either you tell them in advance, like you come really early and you be that one annoying person who's like, oh, I can't eat this, and this, or you make your own food. Because it's so hard. It's a lot easier just to sit there and make your own food and go to the store and buy your own food. It gets expensive, like, especially when you're in college, and you got limited funds, it can run your pockets. But once you're out of college and you start to have a lot more disposable income, you're fine. But like in college, it definitely was hard. It was hard to make that transition from eating meat to not eating it. And like all of my friends, first of all, let me tell you, me and my friends, we did it together. This was supposed to be like a little pack thing. And they stopped. They stopped after a week. First of all, I think one of my friends stopped after 3 days. She said, I came in the caf. I think I went to the caf and I saw her and I said, what are you doing? And she's, I can't do it anymore. I can't, I'm sorry. It's not for everybody. I need to eat meat, blah, blah, blah. I was so hurt. I was like, you couldn't even last a week. She lasted 3 days. I was hurt, but it's okay. It's okay. Guess what? Now she texting me, asking me for help with different dishes she can try and all this other stuff, because she know that this lifestyle, this plant-based lifestyle, was the way it's at. She just wasn't ready for it then. She wasn't ready for it then, but guess what? She's ready for it now. So that's all that matters. I inspired people. Okay. And another thing that was like really, really hard is that all of my family, everybody in my family eat meat. Every single person in my family eats meat. Like in my extended family, everybody eats meat. People in the Black community are so judgmental. I don't care. Like now, it's getting a lot better. It's getting a lot better. It's like getting, oh, you don't eat, you're vegetarian, great. Oh, you're vegan. Oh, but before it was a joke. People laughed at you. They're like, oh, you trying to be white now? Like, it was like you got jokes. But little did they know, veganism didn't start with white people. So, like, it did not start with white people. So, like, that's what pissed me off. So, like, knowing that the Black community is very judgmental, like, literally, at one point, I wouldn't even tell nobody. They'd be like, oh, why aren't you eating? I'm not hungry. Because I would get laughed at. I would get jokes. I would get, oh, she don't eat meat, blah, blah, blah. I used to get, oh, she thinks she's too good to eat this. And bro, I just don't want to eat it. Why does it matter that I don't eat it and you eat it? It's none of my business. It's none of your business what goes into my body. So why do you feel like you have a say-so? Why do you feel like you can give your opinion? Did I ask your opinion? No. So why you give me it? So honestly, it stopped me from going to family members' houses and functions when food was involved. Or I would eat before I go, or I would make sure when I left, I would get food because no. But honestly now, like I've learned to deal with it. Like I said before, it's a lot more inviting and it's a lot more like the community itself, like a little bit less judgmental. Like I don't get looks anymore. Like basically everybody who lives in this house, they're basically on a vegan diet because I feed them. I go grocery shopping. So guess who's not eating meat? They are. I'm gonna tell you 5 reasons why being vegan or having a plant-based diet is just overall great for you. That doesn't have to do with anything with animals. Anything with animals. So I'm gonna give y'all 5 reasons why being vegan is great or having a plant-based diet is great that has nothing to do with animals, okay? So, one, the first thing that makes it really great is that it makes you try different foods. So, before I went vegetarian, I've never tried eggplant. I thought it was so nasty, but I learned how to make it myself and I learned how to like different seasonings to go with it and I love it now. Same thing with squash. Well, the yellow squash, zucchini. I never tried zucchini, jackfruit. Bro, I didn't even know what jackfruit was until I went vegetarian and I tried it and I love it. It's like the best thing. It's the best thing ever. I'm gonna insert a picture of it if y'all don't know what jackfruit is. It's so good. Oh my God. So the second reason why having a plant-based diet is great is that it makes it more conscious of what goes inside of your body. It makes you have, like I said before, you have to read what's on the label to make sure there are no animal products in it. You have to read, and like then I feel like if you read it, some stuff, and you don't understand what's in it, you shouldn't be eating it. Like certain preservatives, if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be. I'm just saying, if you can't read it, if you can't pronounce it, don't put that in your body. That's not good for you. Don't do that. You can pronounce chicken. You can eat chicken. You can pronounce beef. You can eat beef. But if you can't pronounce, if there's other stuff in there that you can't pronounce, you shouldn't put it in your body. Okay. So the third reason why the plant-based diet is great is it makes you learn how to cook. So before, honestly now, I don't necessarily love to cook, but before I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to cook at all. Like, you can ask my friend. We were in Berlin for Thanksgiving one year and I had to make dinner because she was in class. And when I say, I had to call my mom and my cousin and ask them how to make the chicken. First of all, I don't even like touching chicken. So that alone was a stressful holiday for me. But I had to call them. Mind you, I'm on a whole different continent. And I had to call them and ask them, so what am I doing? What am I putting inside? How long do I cook it for? How do I know it's done? That was a lot. So more stories, I didn't know how to cook, but I did not know how to cook. My mom made all of my meals. I didn't have to cook. Like, whenever I went to family functions, I came when the food was done. My grandma cooks for me. My grandfather even cooks for me. I did not cook. Being having this plant-based diet has definitely made me learn how to cook my own foods and try different types of food, because prior I didn't have to do it, but now I have to do it, because if I don't, who's gonna feed me? I'm gonna be eating a whole bunch of processed food. So don't get me wrong, I love my soy nuggets and I love like my little veggie burgers and stuff, but eating all of that all the time is not good for you. So that's why I had to learn how to cook. I had to learn how to saute my vegetables and not to cook them too hard, and how not to burn rice. So yeah, like overall it just helped me learn how to cook. It forced me to learn how. The fourth reason why having a plant-based diet is great is that it helps you save money on food. Now, everybody might not agree with this, but if you're always shopping at Whole Foods or Wegmans or like the higher priced grocery stores, or buying the higher priced products all the time, then no, it won't save you money. It'll be more expensive. But if you know how to shop and you know how to get stuff on sale and you know what products to buy, and you're not always buying processed foods, it'll save you a lot of money. So it all depends on where you shop, how often you get food, the bulk of food you're buying. So I would recommend going to Trader Joe's, Aldi's, like your local not ShopRite. I don't like ShopRite's produce. It's nasty. Stop and Shop, some places. I wish Pathmark was still a thing, because Pathmark had great produce and it was cheap. It was so cheap. I'm so mad they went out of business. Like, I'm so mad they went bankrupt. But anyways, yeah, having a plant-based diet can be really inexpensive, and it could really save you a lot of money. It's just once you start buying all the overly processed foods, then that's when it gets expensive. So it'll save you money. And then the fifth reason why going, plant-based, having a plant-based diet is so great is that you'll always hear somebody asking you, you'll always get the question, oh my God, don't you miss chicken? Don't you miss hamburgers? Oh my God, I could never do that because I just love meat so much. Oh my goodness. I would die without eating a burger. When can I buy you some chicken? You know what? I want to stay friends just because I want to buy you chicken. I want to see you eat a chicken sandwich. That shit is annoying. But I mean, hey, great reason. That's just that's the reason why I went vegetarian and then eventually went vegan. I don't know. I just want to tell you guys, a lot of people always ask me why I did it, so I just thought I'd share it. This was not a video trying to get anybody to convert to veganism. Is that a thing? I think it's a thing. This was not a video to try to get anybody to go plant-based or go vegan or vegetarian. No, this was just me sharing my input and sharing my side of why I did this. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty healthy. I'm pretty healthy. I eat some overly processed foods, but it's okay. Everybody does it. For the most part, I think it's really has changed like my life. It's changed my lifestyle and then overall how I see like food in general. If I ever go back to eating meat, it'll still help me be more conscious of what's going in my body, how processed my foods are, and how I cook my meat and how I cook all my foods. So overall, I feel like it was just a learning experience. So, shit, I was about to sneeze. So hopefully this helped you. If you're watching this and you were like, oh my goodness, should I do it? Should I go vegan? Should I go vegetarian? I don't know how hard it is. Will I spend a lot of money? This video is a sign. Go do it. Even if you do it for a week or even a month. If you try it for a month and you love it, you're welcome. You're welcome. Because I helped you. But if you try it for a month and you feel like, hey, this isn't for me, that's okay too. At least you tried it. At least you were open to trying it and you weren't closed-minded and you were like, oh my God, I can't eat meat. I can never do that because I love meat. I love meat so much. And I would die without chicken. Don't be that person. Be optimistic and be open to trying new things. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, let me know. Oh, if you decide to do a week challenge or a month challenge, let me know. I'll do it with, well, I won't do it with you, but you know, I'll give tips on what you should do and what products you should try. You should try what vitamins you should try if you feel like you're going to be losing a lot of nutrients and stuff. But yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, bye!